Remember during the lockdown portion of the pandemic when basically all we could do was drive around? Here's the deal. I don't like driving around. Well, for one thing, I have trouble with signs. They're doing construction on the freeway near where I live. They have a big sign. Listen, I don't want to hit a highway worker, but if I do, you'll give me $10,000? Fine. And near where is a car dealership, and in their parking lot there's a stop sign. Well, that's okay, but underneath it there's another sign that says heavy pedestrian traffic. See, I think that's an insult to skinny pedestrians. What are you supposed to do when you see a skinny one? Instead of stopping, you're supposed to speed up and try to hit them? Do you get extra points because they're kind of skittish? Sign outside my gas station says, attendant on duty cannot open safe. All right, but don't rub it in. We don't need a sign for everything this guy can't do. Attendant on duty can't go 5 minutes without looking at his phone. Attendant on duty can't hold down a job long enough to move out of his parents' basement. Come on, already feels bad enough working at a gas station. My neighborhood doesn't have sidewalks. You pull in there, there's a sign. I have 2 questions. Number 1, who are the caution children? And number 2, why are they walking in the roadway? Someone should have a word with the caution family about their children. Saw a sign the other day in front of a fast food chicken place that said open Sundays. I said, that's it, just Sundays? What kind of a business plan is that? So next Sunday I went over there. Some fly-by-night organization working out of the back of a Chick-fil-A. Sign at the mall got me in trouble. It said 15-minute parking. I said, man, that's convenient. So I parked there, spent an hour looking for a store called 15 Minute. Never did find it. Finally went back to my car. A guy sitting there, he'd been there a while. He says, hey, pal, can't you read the sign? I said, I know, right? I'm as upset as you are. And we were both confused. Oh, I just found out I'm pregnant. Well, that's what the... Oh, thank you. Now, that's what the sign said where I parked at the grocery store. The other reason I don't like driving around is my car. It's starting to fall apart. Yeah, the latest thing to stop working is a speedometer, but I took care of that. I got a pitch pipe. Now I roll over those bumps on the side of the road. You know those drunk bumps? You make a noise. Kids call them Twitter strips. You've seen them. You roll over, I roll over, get out the pitch pipe. That's a C. That's about 55 miles an hour. That's a D. That's about 65 miles an hour. But if I roll over them and I hear, not sure how fast I'm going, but I think somebody owes me $10,000. So I'm going to get a new car, but I can't decide between a Nissan Maxima and a Nissan Altima. So I think I'll compromise and get a Nissan Maltima. But it only comes in vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. Because it's a Maltima. It has a keyboard on the steering wheel so you can text while you're driving, because it's made for multitasking. Because it's a Maltima. Get the steering wheel on the left or the right because it's multilateral. You know why? Say it with me. Because it's a Maltima. One more. You can get the onboard computer to speak to you in one of several languages because it's multilingual. You know why? Everybody! Because it's a Maltima! That's very silly, what you just did there. When I was a teenager, I was in a gang. All right, true story. I was at the car place. I was buying mats for my car, and the guy said, well, you want some heavy-duty ones because you're an outdoorsman. I said, look at me. I am not an outdoorsman. Oh, you know, you're right. No, I operate a mouse. Leave me alone. Anyway. What was I talking about? Thank you. I was in a gang. We called ourselves the Electrical Workers Union Local 412. Our gang color was bright orange, which we wore on reflective vests. Our gang's symbol was the same symbol utility companies used to indicate where to install a street light. Yeah, and let me tell you, our neighborhood, very well lit. We had to give up the gang life, though, when some old guy hit one of our gang members with his car. We had to give him $10,000.